What's good, Detroit Sports Nation? I am Eric Vincent, your host here at the DSN News Desk, back again to chop it up with you, the best fan base in the world. I appreciate your time and support, even when I got to come on here and give you some bad news. And this is a huge bummer before the Lions game on Sunday. The injury report did come out, and it looks like their center and leader, Frank Ragnow, will be inactive against the Commanders come Sunday. I wish I could sit here and put a Band-Aid on it. I wish I could kind of wrap this up and show this is no big deal. And, hey, they'll be able to fight through it. And this is a problem. This is a really big problem for this team. Again, I spoke about it last week with the injury reports and, losing Big V and a lot of other reports of their injuries. Taylor Decker had to take some time out of practice. And now Ragnow, in a game that was already set up as a trap game, are going to be without him, their center, their leader, one of their biggest glue pieces on that offensive line, against a deep and talented defensive line in the NFC East that can wreck your game plan. I can't sugarcoat and say this is going to be easy. This is a problem. This is an absolute problem, and I'm terrified for what could happen on Sunday. I really am. I don't expect DeAndre Swift to have the kind of performance he had last week. I mean, it was fantastic from what we saw, but Ragnow played even through his injuries and what he was dealing with last week. He went through it, he toughed through it, and was able to play. This week, it looks like the groin and the leg or the foot, are, plaguing him enough where he doesn't think he can give it a go. And again, this is one of the youngest rosters in the NFL. They need as many reps with each other as they possibly can get, and they can't open the first 2 weeks healthy. We had this problem last season. We just talked about how Penei Sewell had to rotate and play out of position. What, is he going to play guard now this year too? Are we going to give him a shot at center? Like, what are we doing? I mean, if he is able to pull it off, we got to pull him in the Hall of Fame early. But I'm just saying, we can't have this be a problem already. This is really alarming, especially in a make-or-break year for somebody like Jared Goff, who's going to rely and need some protection in order to thrive and move in this offense. We just saw it with DeAndre Swift. He had the game of his life with some very creative blocking packages that were created by Ben Johnson. He was fantastic in that game. Ragnow stunted on a lot of plays. We saw him keep the defensive line of the Eagles in control, where they had a spectacular rookie on their defensive line that has a lot of upside. And then you also have Fletcher Cox, who really was kept at bay until he had a sack in the second half. He really didn't do a whole lot that whole game. Ragnow did a very good job that game, even barring his injury. Now he's unable to play. And again, you still have defensive linemen who can give you problems all game. They're probably not going to be without, they'll probably be without Chase Young. He's still recovering from his ACL injury that he tore last season. But they still have guys that are absolute threats. Darren Payne is not a guy to sneeze at. Montez Sweat is a very productive defensive tackle. Jonathan Allen, I think he was on their injury report for the Commanders, but he's looking to be in action. These are going to be problems. They stunt, they move guys around, they're athletic enough to, get over the top and pull through your guys. This is going to be a problem. And again, you're not just rolling with Ragnow out. If Taylor Decker does play, which, I still did see him on the injury report. I don't think it's been confirmed if he's playing or not yet. But with him already nursing an injury, he's going to be dealing with a lot of pressure, probably some blitzes coming his way. He's really going to have to be on top of his game while hurt. Hockenson, you're going to have to give a lot of help support. Not just, we're not going to help just only be able to rely on Hockenson in the pass game. He's going to have to give a lot of run support. The running backs, too. We didn't see a whole bit of Jamal Williams outside the touchdowns he had. It was really the DeAndre Swift show for the most part last week. He's going to have to step up and give a lot of run protection help for Jared Goff. This is the kind of defense that can take the ball away from you and give extra opportunities to an offense that will score some points on you. Antonio Gibson's nothing to sneeze at. Lauren is nothing to sleaze at. McLaurin is a damn good receiver. Very slept on. Even for somebody as chaotic as Carson Wentz, he can get hot if you let him get comfortable. And again, we know the history of the Lions anyway. We let anybody find their rhythm against the Lions defense. This is the same defense that has let Mitch Trubisky look productive and competent against the Detroit Lions. We all know about Matt Flynn. Do we got to revisit that for the Packers years ago? Didn't think so. So this is a problem, man. I'm absolutely worried about this game. I thought that this was a game that they should and could win by possibly double digits if they play up to their potential, because I believe the defense will be a lot better against a stationary quarterback like Carson Wentz instead of who they had to face last week in Jalen Hurts. It's completely different. I think we'll see a sack or two from Aiden Hutchinson. I think we'll see some good production from the defensive line. I think Rodriguez will be able to be productive as well. But this is going to be very, very testing for that offensive line and for this offense, because they can't afford to put up another egg. You don't want to go 0-2 starting off an NFL season. This is not what you want to see. You know, we're keeping our fingers crossed for Ragnow, all the injuries. We're hoping everybody gets healthy for their own sake, for the team's sake. You know, we need it. Hopefully everything's okay with Ragnow. They need him back ASAP. But talk to me. Let me know how you feeling down below. Hit me up in the comment section. Would love to hear your feedback. Make sure you like the video. Show some free support to the channel. It's so easy. Just like the video down below. Subscribe as well to stay locked in and tuned into all the content we have in the videos from the news desk and everything else that we got here at DSN. Be sure to like and take some time to follow our social media channels as well. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of that. Make sure you're searching and following Detroit Sports Nation. And give me a follow as well so I can keep in touch with you at I am Eric Vincent. I would love to hear from you. And hopefully we'll be able to, rejoice with some good, better vibes come Sunday. But, they'll have an uphill battle. We'll see what happens. Again, lock in with us at DSN, and I'll be sure to check back in with you right here at the DSN News Desk. Peace.